person in a small town India who reads a full English book, his confidence level is changed for life. He says, I read a book, I have read a full English book. They don't care whether it's Chetan Bhagat or whether it's Kafka or whoever it is. They have read a book, and that's a milestone in their life. They are, they may pick up another book. They may start reading the English newspaper, and they may still not enjoy most of the English newspaper, but they'll find 20% which they like. That tipping point is very important, where you start enjoying the products, because then the self-motivation starts. And for that reason, even if you don't like Chetan's books, you have to tell them to read it. Because they will read, and they will climb up the ladder, and they will then go, and they will discover, one day it will become, too easy for them, and that's fine. Firstly, I think easy books can also be enjoyed. There's this culture in India that if your English is good, then you should consume complex English only. That has led to a lot of problems. Look at the way our government communicates. Nobody understands anything. They are saying very wonderful words, but you just go to the railways website, it's like, what are they saying? Book a ticket, press here. They should just say that. But they'll just say like availability and this. And I don't know how they do it. It's just complex government jargon, which is not good English, according to me. Because it is not a language which even England uses anymore, and it's totally outdated. But we keep respecting it and teaching it and pushing it and tell children to make sentences with dexterous. What is the point? What is the point of making a sentence using a word? Make a sentence you want to say. But this is how we were all brought up. Make a sentence with dexterous. And then, I don't know what dexterous means, but you can say, if it sounds like a good thing, I used to always write, I have always tried to be dexterous. And it's not right. It's not right. It's fundamentally, somebody needs to get up and say, this is not the way. It's not going to help him. If he sits in an interview and he says, he cannot, that he's not able to speak English, but he says, but I will work dexterously. I mean, what are you talking about, man? You will not get a job. And I'm telling you because I've worked in multinationals. I'm not saying this because I'm this, it's not. I have seen what kind of, I know all my IM batchmates are today pretty senior positions. I meet them at parties and I ask them, what kind of candidates do you want? And he says, I just want a guy who can wear a suit and presents something nicely to me. Rest I will teach him. Because at the end of the day, if the company makes soap, how you will learn it, how it's made and where it's sold. But that confidence is not there. And we have to accept what we are trying to teach to them, not the complex literature. If someone has an interest in it, yes. If you're an English literature student, of course. I'm not saying you should denounce it, but I'm saying what India needs. There's a basic staple diet that is needed. Right now, people need to get drunk, not like select wines. Just give them desi, proper, So.
Thank you, Chetan. On that note, we will go out and get drunk. Okay. Not a problem. And thank you also for, please do recommend me to your friends. I wear a suit and speak decent English. Yeah?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Can I request Chris on stage, please? There's a small memento for you. The memento for Chetan.
I'll just take these cards. You want to say something?
Sorry? Well, I thought that was really interesting indeed, and I think what you were saying about local languages, I think is very important indeed, and. Outside of the work that we're doing in English language, I'm very keen that certainly in the south of India, where I work, that everything that we do, we translate into local languages so that we make things accessible. And I was absolutely delighted that last week, myself and a colleague were in conjunction with a local NGO. We had taken films that we've commissioned as part of our concern about climate change. And these are short films, about 15 minutes long, that have been put together by young Indian filmmakers, and focusing on climate change and the things that are happening here in India. And we've had materials made, translated into Tamil, and those materials and the DVD of the films has now been distributed to some 2,000 schools in Tamil Nadu at both primary and secondary level. And I'm very keen that we continue to do that in the other 3 states in the south, so that we ensure that what we do is accessible to all, and that English does not become a barrier, so that access is only to a few and not to all. So I think what you were saying chimes very well with our approach. Okay. You can have that drink now, Chetan. Yeah. Now, if people will just be patient, we have a fabulous dance performance. We have the Sadia Academy that will be performing in front of us. It just takes a few minutes to get the stage sorted. Sadia is synonymous with excellence, a contemporary performing arts academy. It has taken upon itself the task of being a bridge between tradition and modernity, working on numerous projects in the field of dance. So I hope that you will enjoy the performance, and that will be followed after by dinner. And I think, if you wish, whilst we're just waiting, drinks are still being served outside. So thank you very much.